Hi, I'm Sharoneek with TensorWave, and I am hosting the Imagine AI podcast here at the Imagine AI Live conference. We are on day 2. We've gotten to talk to a lot of amazing people, and right now we have with us Marie.
Hello.
So introduce yourself a little bit and tell us what it is you do.
I'm Marie Lapidus, and I'm business faculty at Harper College in Palatine, Illinois, so northwest suburbs of Chicago.
Oh, nice. I used to live in very southern Wisconsin, like on the Illinois border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with the area.
And there you go.
Awesome.
So Schaumburg
Yeah.
is
Oh,
right
yeah,
next to
yeah.
us.
I've been there lots of times.
Yes.
So how did you hear about the Imagine AI convention or conference, and what do you hope to get out of being here?
So I've started to, pay attention to what's happening in the AI world, and I signed up for the AI Rundown newsletter, and the conference was in there.
Awesome.
So I saw that and said, oh, I need to go. And the reason for all of that is, as faculty, we need to start thinking about what skill sets our students are leaving the college from. And I'm a 2-year school, and, we need to think about gainful employment. We need to think about Title IV and making sure our students have jobs that pay well enough for the financial value transparency. So I'm worried, I think, to some degree about what is it that we're putting out there as far as the skill set for our students.
Wow.
And now I'm actually, I probably wasn't as worried until I got here, but now I'm a little bit more worried because I feel it's now. And I was thinking like, oh, in a couple of years, no, now. And so that was a really valuable learning experience here. And just talking to everyone in the companies that are here and other faculty that are here about what are the needs of companies for the students and what their employee needs are. And nobody really knows.
Yeah, that is a little scary. That's worrisome.
So, there's the typical critical thinking, communication skills, creativity, which is great, except that's not necessarily part of my programs. That's liberal arts programs that we have.
Right.
And so how do I also jump on that bandwagon with our programs that we have? So it's just kind of mind-boggling to think about, and I'm feeling I wasn't overwhelmed yesterday, but I think I'm getting there today.
That's okay. You just need time to process everything you've learned, and then I'm sure you'll figure out the best way to integrate it. What are the programs that you focus on where you are?
So I am the chair of the business program. We call them coordinators. And under my purview are business career program and the business transfer program. So the transfer program I'm not as worried about because they go off to the 4-year schools and that becomes their problem of how to figure out the AI stuff. But for the career program part, I have finance, I have insurance, I have marketing, I have sales, I have HR, and I have management, which is everything that was listed on the board yesterday.
It sure was, yeah.
As
Perfect.
When Dimitri was presenting from Mind Studio, and I was like, that's all the job functions that I train students for. Not me personally, but like our department trains students for.
Yeah. I think one of the great takeaways of all of this, though, is that AI is not replacing people, but people that use AI will replace people that don't. So the fact that you want to integrate that into your education program is giving your students the best chance at success possible.
I think that is going to be true maybe in the present and maybe very near future, but I think that as AI develops, I don't think that is going to be necessarily accurate. And what I'm worried about, and maybe too far into the future, but that the skills that AI is going to take away is going to be problematic, again, for financial aid and for education, because they're not going to be, I feel like maybe community college level students are not low level skilled, but they're not necessarily always high level skilled. I think it's kind of the middle ground, and I'm wondering if AI is going to be taking those skills and how to prepare them, which skills that they will need and how many will be needed, right? I think AI is going to make everybody more productive. Now, if we look at the world as a big growing pie and not everybody gets a slice because it grows and everybody gets everything, which is fine. If we look at it that way, if that means that companies are going to grow and be able to be more productive and do more and are going to pay employees and all of that, that's wonderful if that is going to be the approach. If the approach is going to be to cut jobs, which we've heard some of that already happening, then that's not going to benefit my students? And that's the worry I have. Like, which pie is it? Which perspective of the world is it going to be? Is it the ever-growing pie, or is it pieces of pie?
Yeah. Well, and it's important to start the conversation, because if we start talking about it now, then hopefully we get to decide that. We get to shape it and help the direction that it goes in.
Absolutely. And I'm just, again, whoever is kind of listening, if any feedback on what they think is going to be the future skill set that students need, I am always open to that, particularly in business programs. You know, most of the students in the United States, you know, we're talking like 70% put business as their major.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? And if
Yeah.
you're not a coder, what path is for you in the AI world?
Absolutely.
I mean, we're just talking about content creation, and the
Yeah.
question was, you know, there's going to be content creating AI, and will we need content creators? And that's not necessarily a definite answer there that I heard, that maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it
So
could go
that's
either way on
it
that.
can go either way. So
Yeah. Right now, there is still that human component to it, so we're trying to maximize that and keep that going. I've actually spoken to and heard that there are several educators around. Have you gotten to meet any of the other educators?
I have gotten to meet some people, yeah.
Great.
We're kind of trying to find each other and talk about what's happening, and even like just companies that are looking to see what AI is going to bring to them, and talking to them to see what they see as the future.
Wow, a lot to digest, a lot to take in.
Absolutely.
So from this, what's next for you in your AI journey and taking this home with you?
That's a deep question. There's the inspiration of go back and be the change maker, right? I'm in education, and my college at the moment, there is not an AI policy. There's not really a lot of AI focus for faculty. There is an AI program being developed, and, you know, again, that's a loaded question, like, what is this AI graduate going to be able to do? So I've been trying to get to more into the deeper into that and figuring that out, but it's also part of a different program, so we are kind of siloed, so I want to make sure that we're not. So it'll be interesting to see how much I want to do. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, in some perspective is like, you know, I got maybe a decade till I retire. Can I just survive and then hand it off to somebody else who's going to deal with this? And by that time, things will be clear. I don't know. Or do I go back and start pushing?
Yeah.
That's a question.
Yeah.
That's a question.
That's a
to
really
consider.
good question. Very good question. So, if there are other educators or people who have ideas in this space and they wanted to reach out to you, is there a good way that they could get a hold of you or find you?
Sure. I mean, I have my email. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram. Don't do Twitter or X. Not my thing. Facebook or whatever, whichever way they want to contact me.
All right. Well, it was so wonderful having you on today. Thank you so much for joining
Sure.
us.
Thanks for listening to me.
Awesome. Great.
Imagine